Let's talk about your favourite guitars. What guitars in the ESP range are you using?
My favorite at the moment is the ESP Standard Horizon 7. I was one of those players that was very scared to pick up a 7-string because I felt I wasn't good enough on a 6-string yet to play a 7. And I decided to do the Walking Dead meets metal, and that song just, it needed some extra kick to it. So I asked ESP if I could try out a 7, and they sent it over, and it's been my guitar ever since. I haven't put the 7 down. But the other ones I have in the videos, I play a Alexi Signature LTD, the white version, and a F350 in black, both 6 strings.
What is it about the neck you like?
What I love most about it is one thing that I was scared about a 7-string is since it is an extra string, it'd be extra strain on my hand because I have smaller hands. I don't have the biggest like Paul Gilbert or George Lynch. So I felt very comfortable on a 6, and I was very scared that, I would strain on a 7, and they sent me the 7, and it was like playing a 6. So I was very surprised and overwhelmed with happiness because I always wanted to try a 7, and ESP gave me that opportunity.
What pickups have you been using?
All right, the EMGs are the 81, 85. I actually have that rig on all my guitars except the Alexi, which only has 1 pickup, which is the 81, I believe.
What is the average time you spend working on a song?
It's like a day job. It takes about 40 hours a week to kind of plan out. I do like a skeleton, and then I write the drums manually on the computer, measure by measure, because I hate loops, and I like the drums to kind of give the realest feel as possible. And then I build a wall of guitars. There's 10 rhythm tracks going on, and then I write the solos, figure out the melody, do the leads, mix, master, and then by the time I mix and master is done, I have to relearn what I played. So then I go back, relearn it, turn the camera on, do a video, and repeat. So that's about it.
Do you have plans for a band project one day?
It's not in my mind right now, but it's always been. I've been in plenty of bands, and I'm just holding off for the right people.
Tell us about your amplification and what are you using at the moment?
My amplification right now is actually all digital. I go from an interface straight to the mixing board or straight through the PAs. But my software is Native Instruments Guitar Rig 5, which is basically where I get all the presets and tones.
I believe you're also an illustrator. Is this something you do on a weekly basis?
It's been coming back, into the mix more lately than it has. When I originally, before music, it was art for me, as I was going to be a comic book artist. And I went to school for art, and then when I was 15, 16, I found guitar and just kind of dropped all my art courses and went to music ones. And then in college, I did so many art courses that I was eligible for a minor in art. So I decided to get an art minor, and that's what kind of sparked my drawings again. So right now I do them on my phone and upload them to Instagram, since Instagram's kind of like the thing these days.
Do you have a practice routine that you stick to?
My practice routine, it used to be like kind of like the 8-hour sessions, all day, all night. And then right now it's my guitar teacher in college told me something I'll never forget. He said, it's not how you practice, it's what you practice. So he told me, if your practice sounds good, you're practicing the wrong shit. So now I have like a condensed practice schedule of 4 hours, but it's kind of like I warm up, and then it's the stuff I need to work on. And most of that stuff is Andy James, Guthrie Govan influence, because those are my favorite players right now. And I'm a big tutorial fan, and in my opinion, they have the best.
Who were the guitarists you would listen to growing up?
Whew. My opinion, I never use the word best, because I believe every guitar player has something to offer. But my favorite of all time is Jason Becker, who played with Marty Friedman in Cacophony. Then he did his own thing. And then what kind of set him above everyone else was he was diagnosed with a disease where it's like a nightmare for a guitar player. It's a disease where you can't move. And he continues to make music by writing it with his eyes on a computer. And that just like, the love of music from that guy just like inspires me like beyond anyone else.
For more information, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on YouTube, which is 331 Erock, E-R-O-C-K. And from there, every video description has all the links you need. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I give out all the YouTubes for free on my site. And yeah, so if you just YouTube shows the way. So 331 E-R-O-C-K, and you'll find everything you need.
Thanks for chatting with me today, Eric. May the guitar gods bless you.
Thanks for having me.